And one time we're gonna have a conversation with a black woman about what protection means for her and for black women. But we gonna find a guest for that.
The thing is like this. When they speak, it's just like when I'm speaking to black men in DMs and groups. You gotta research your beliefs for validity. You can't just have a belief, throw it out there, and say this is true generally, or this is true most of the time, without having some type of research that backs that up.
But what about you can't invalidate somebody's experience either.
You can't invalidate their experience. That's very true. At the same time, you can't impose your experiences to be the overall experiences of others at the same time.
But
Because just like I can't
Megan
invalidate,
said y'all don't stick up for black women.
and that's what's funny is, you know what's funny when Megan said that? What I thought was fucked up? She signed to a black motherfucker, a black man. It's
No,
a
I
black
don't.
man that took a no, it's a black man that took a chance to sign a black woman as an artist and throw hundreds of thousands of dollars into her. And it wasn't no black woman that took her on the deal and signed in her. She didn't get on with no black features with black women.
I wouldn't go that far, bro. Let's take it to a lower level. The black men you asked to protect you, you told them not to protect you because you was with somebody you trusted.
There was a yeah, exactly.
But hold on, but in this situation,
it's so disheartening. Because it's so disheartening, bro. Because like when women say that, it's so disheartening, and that's why I made a post saying that my great granddaughter by never fix her mouth to say that black men don't care about black women or some shit like that. Because you living off of the wealth of a fucking black man that built this shit for you, a black God that built this shit for you. I am your God. I'm your fucking ancestor. I'm your God. You worship and praise to me, just like I worship and praise to my ancestors. It'd be so disrespectful for me to say black women don't care about black men, because so many black women, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a black woman. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a black woman.
But black women
so I get
always
hold on, because you gotta think about this. I've coached hundreds of black women who've been through situations, rape, molestation, abuse, financially bankrupt, all type of shit by black men. I understand. I know the numbers. I know the statistics. At the end of the day, most black men don't commit most of the crimes that are committed in the black community. It's those few black men that can commit most of those crimes against black women in our community. All right. So I think the number is something. I got to research it, so I want to throw the number out there. But most black men are protecting black women. We're protecting our daughters, our nieces, our cousins, our mothers, our sisters. Help me. It's tons of black women that come on my posting page every day who I know personally I've looked out for. Personally.
But does one experience put a blanket over the whole, right? Is they are when a woman says
you're gonna neglect me and the millions of black men that's looked out for you throughout your life, all because of a few mishaps with a few niggas.
Well, okay, now
that's
let me put my salt in it, right? I'm gonna go straight to Megan, and then I'm gonna veer off into the whole topic.
Oh, so and even with Megan, black label owner man invest in you, black security men protect you.
She didn't say black I don't get protected by black. She said this is why we don't feel protected.
But since
my retort is always starts with the person and then we can move outward, right? So my retort is, and people have said some of these similar things, right?
What you feel isn't oftentimes a lot of the time of your reality. Just like people say I don't feel love.
So I'll tell you my initial reaction, right? You have your incident. Your first response to social media, who you asking to protect you in some way, shape, or form, is not directly telling you what you want and what you need to be protected from. It is to say, y'all not protecting me. Mm-hmm. In this long, vague thing. We know who you was with.
It's really selfish if you really think about it.
Hold on. We know who you were with. We just don't know what happened. If I'm your dad, if I'm your brother, if I'm whoever you want to protect you, and something happened to you, my first notion is not to say I believe you blindly. It's to say, hey, what happened? Because once you tell me what happened, I can protect you from what happens. I cannot come back and say, oh man, it's a lot of men have gotten fucked up off the ego or the emotional trip of a woman. And what you really need to do is stand back and be an adult. And mind you, Megan is 20 in her mid-20s. I'm not gonna say she
killed protecting black women, even black women they don't. Niggas have gotten killed for that.
Right. And so my thing is, Megan, if you want to feel protected, why don't you tell the people that you want to protect you, aka black men or social media?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what it is that you need protection from? Because for us as black men, logical individuals, if you say, I'm living a hot girl summer, I'm a savage, I'm sassy, bougie, classy, nigga.
Take a nigga for all he got.
Right. So when you put that out there, we see the image, and I'm not blaming her for that image, but I'm blaming her for the reality is, in this situation, we just know who you was with. We don't know what happened. We know you got shot, but
right. You want us to automatically go whoop Tory Lane's ass, but what if we find out?
No, right. But you protect. Hold on.
We thought it was.
You protecting him by not telling us what happened. So what is there to protect you from if we saying, all right, cool, like either, because it's just like if you see somebody trip, right? You see them trip, they fall. When they get up, you gonna laugh at them. But you trip like a motherfucker. Now when you got,
but hold on, Mark. Even going a little further, black men used to get killed when white women would make false claims against black men, and you would get killed. You would get hung, nigga. They not even doing no investigation. They gonna come hang your black ass. That's what would happen. What's his name? The dude that got killed, Alabama, the boy. Emmett Till. But there's millions of examples.
That little white motherfucker took that to her grave too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. That's the thing that women don't. But it happens all the time. They think because they one situation with a man that it could be valid
but
experience.
I'm not going to limit it to one, right? Because I will not take away that there is trauma that happens in our community.
Oh, absolutely.
But
that's the
hold
thing.
on.
No, we gotta stop. Hold on. Fuck. We gotta stop talking around in fucking circles. We gotta get out this PC culture and not wanting to offend motherfuckers. Motherfuckers gotta deal with the fucking the reality that we gotta deal with. We gotta deal with the harsh reality of things. So you know what? We're gonna give you a piece of the harsh reality as well. If you want to feel offended by it, that's fine. We can't just talk around. No, we gotta tell you the truth like it is. Yes, there are men out there, black men, niggas out there that did you wrong. That's not the overwhelming majority of black men who've done right by you. So you're going to overlook the majority because of a few fucking bad apples.
Hold on.
And did not give us the information. Hold on. Did not give us the information to go deal with those bad apples. Because, often a lot of the time, and this is sad, and it happens, women don't report rapes, don't report abuse from men who do it because they're afraid for the man. So, and they're afraid that they're not going to be protected. So they're afraid to tell people who did it and what and why. We don't know who to go after. We just know that now you feel unprotected. But if you're not going to give us the information of who violated you, how they violated you, then how we going to know how to fucking protect you? You're not equipping us with the information we need to go protect you. Because then now we just lost in limbo, having to grasp at straws, have to figure out how the fuck we going to make you feel protected if we don't know the shit that's violating you consistently.
Right. And so
black women, hold on. And one more thing, black women even got ain't shit fathers, baby daddy. They never air them, that most of the times they never air them niggas out on Facebook or social media. They just say, oh man, men ain't shit when it comes to being a dad and shit like this, or they not paying in child support. Who? Tag that nigga so we know who this nigga is, so we can check that nigga so we can get this shit right.
First of all, I don't think that that's going to work. Number one, because Future's still having kids.
Facts.
So I never try to address a problem without addressing the solution. It's always two, especially with our community when we talk about male-female things. It's two-pronged. But let's deal with the part that you got control over. So what you got control over what I got control over as a black man, you don't feel safe from one black man to another. You don't feel comfortable around me as a black man. If you disrespect black women, I can't fuck with you. That's
the thing. We not cool. We don't like fucking with men who disrespect black women. And they be like, oh, they your homeboys. We don't know. Tell us who they are and what they did so we can know not to fuck with these niggas. But if you don't ever say nothing, we don't know.
But hold on, man. Let's talk about it. So I start off with one. As a black man, what do I do to protect black women? He don't feel comfortable around me because I let you know. I put it out in social media. I put it out in my everyday life. You can have your experiences with black women, but but what I'm gonna do, and if you got negative experiences, what I'm gonna do is put you around a great group of black women, right? And so even if you say, you can never say all. You can't say, if you got negative experiences, I know dudes got really horrible experiences. Dude, you fucking with the wrong people. If you putting yourself around those people, then yes, you're gonna get that type of experience. Cause them people in survival mode. I'm not there no more. I done leveled up. Now for the on the other side.
I've sit here and told black women who come to me in scenarios to not fuck with certain black dudes. Cause I know he ain't shit. I'm like, you shouldn't be fucking with that nigga. Or he ain't this X, Y, and Z for you need to leave that nigga alone, whatever. And what they go do? End up go fucking with that nigga anyway. Have babies by this nigga anyway.
Nigga.
And then have the nerve to say black men treat women. It's like these are ain't shit niggas. We can't go out here and fix every ain't shit nigga. But we can do is isolate ourselves from that nigga, and we can hold that nigga accountable, and we can do things to help make it feel very uncomfortable for that nigga to exist. But if you don't tell us how, who, when, and where, and if you don't execute on the things we tell you to do to ensure your safety, then what the fuck you expect from us?
Bro, I got a brother I don't fuck with because he ain't shit. That nigga has no regard for his kids. He don't feel comfortable having whole conversations with me because the conversations I have with other black men is about accountability and about how you live in your life in a respectable manner. And if you can't say the way you live in your life out loud, it's uncomfortable, bro. You don't want to be around me. Because my first question is, if I know you married, you got kids, hey man, how your wife doing? How your family doing? How your kids doing? I don't want to hear about your baby mama and how she can't keeping you from doing. I'm gonna be like, man, that's fucked up. What you need to do to get in your kids' life. Now on the other part, which is the accountability for women, who do you choose to put yourself around? And I'm not saying that everybody is gonna be open and honest with you, but what do you do for yourself to maintain? If you 36 and dealing with the same shit a 16-year-old dealing with, you got to do better as a person. You need to put up whatever buffers you need to put up. You need to ask better questions and fill men out. You need to have platonic relationships with healthy, grown, mature men, and those men can protect you. You cannot look out at the world and expect all men of a certain color, race, creed, religion to protect you. That's not how the world gonna work towards you. Because there's times where you and I felt like we were more attacked by black women than protected. If we get shot, yes, we hope that people will be out here for us marching if it's an injustice. And those are black women. We see it. But that don't negate the other side where you got a shit. If I open up social media, I can choose to see a shitload of women dragging black men, a shitload of women sexualizing and over-sexualizing black men and wanting to know why we ain't doing X, Y, and Z, why you putting negativity out in the world against us. If we want to see it, we can. There are fucking groups. There are groups, organizations, coalitions made for protecting black women. What you need to do is make sure
all
that
type
people
of shelter program, nonprofit programs.
Hold on. And you can't hang around toxic black women hoping that healthy black men around you.
Hello.
Your network is your network. Any woman I know that's a good woman and got a healthy view of black men, it's either a man she's attached to from her father or grandfather down, or it's a man that she's married to, or it's a brother or sibling, or she chooses the men that she actively has in her life that uplift her, that protect her. Going back to the submission conversation, why would you? I hear women say, "I'm not gonna submit to any man." Cool, I love that. Why would you be with a man you can't submit to? Especially if you got kids. Why would you be with a man that you don't feel you just like his companionship qualities? He ain't shit father.
Why you moving niggas into your crib around your kids who you haven't validated this nigga to be a good nigga to kids, to be a family man? or protector or provider.
Hold on. Let me get into this too. Let me say this. Sometimes the protection that we offer women don't come in the way that they want it done.
Exactly.
Right?
They like, no. I want you to make this man a protector. Hold on. They say, no, I want you to make this man right for me.
No, I ain't talking about that.
He ain't a right nigga.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about me and you, right? Let's say, because I feel like I protect black women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so my logic towards it is, I might tell a woman, hey, you need not be in that situation. So before you get to the situation where you need protecting, don't go to this environment by yourself. Don't do this by yourself. Don't do this at night. That's not a good area to be in. Now it is me trying to control them or me being judgmental on how they live their life instead of saying, that was my protection. No, I can't protect you once you're going to get your ass whooped. Or listen, man, I done lost friends over telling women that ain't the nigga you supposed to be with.
Facts.
I done lost women friends and guy friends because I'm breaking man code, trying to protect the black woman. And she telling me, oh, well, I love him, so I'm going to stay. No, this nigga done took money from you and trashed your name. This nigga driving your car and ain't did shit for you. This nigga giving you dick and ain't got no other qualities. But I'm trying to tell you that ain't the nigga for you. And you telling me that I'm overstepping my boundaries. But that, in my mind, is protecting you. Now, once he put his hands on you, now I'm supposed to step in. When you feel like he's overstepped a certain point of protection.
But now she's also now she's also endangering you, because now when you put your motherfucking hands on this motherfucker, we know when we put our hands on another man, this shit likely to go super left and violent and almost end in death.
Niggas
so you putting us in, now you happen, and we are men that take care of so many people. So now if we die because of something a mistake that you wanted to purposely continuously make,
you just sorry. You sorry.
Right.
You feel bad for us.
I just don't understand this. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
It didn't have to go
make
this
up
far.
for now that void in our community now, because that black man that was taking care of so many that you jeopardized, that you put in the harm's way. Now he's gone. Now it's a void in that aspect, portion of the community.
Right, man.
All of our ain't shit nigga who's still alive now.
And I'm not calling bullshit
go victimize more women.
I'm not calling bullshit on all of this, right? I'm calling bullshit on the narrative, because every day you and I, not only as individuals, but we goddamn create a web of decent motherfuckers around us. And now we got to goddamn, this is like picking salt and pepper to separate, nigga. I got to goddamn go individually because, and it's hard to tell a woman that she making toxic decisions.
Very hard.
I done told many women, don't date that man. He got 3 kids he ain't seen in years, and they live down the street. You got a daughter. Don't put that man around your daughter. Don't make a better decision than that. And it is, if
stop,
I'm not
even stop hanging around that nigga. Stop going to parties with this. But
the narrative
going
is,
clubs with this nigga.
The narrative is, if I'm not with you, I can't tell you what to do. And I got a good web of decent, like I love black people. I think black women just are the standard for what a human being should be as a group, morally. And I will say that we got a lot of fucked up shit and fucked up mentalities. Because and mind you, the women I'm talking about, these is women that you would think in terms of hierarchy and structure, master's degree, PhDs, all of this, still dealing with niggas who got child molestation charges, still dealing with niggas who you like. But meanwhile, I got a homie that work in IT who ain't got no kids or none of that. He just want a decent black woman, and women overlooking him because he a little awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. And I'm gonna call that bullshit out because
I mean, on top of that, bro.
People want the right side.
Hold on, even on top of that.
Hold on. I heard somebody say this earlier. When this was about politics, but I think this is about relationships and dynamics too. People said, oh, the right wing is wrong, the left wing is wrong. But in reality, it's the same bird. So when you talk about you want this side, but you don't want that side, no, nigga, it's the same. You the same bird. You can't have this and you can't shit on this and that and want it perfectly. You got to tell yourself, nah, nigga, You got to start with that inside part because you fucked up as a person and you got this trauma as a person. That shit we talked about, that godly, romantic, corporate thug, it don't exist. It does not exist.
Now,
The closest thing you got, hold on. The closest thing it's a difference between being a hood nigga and being a thug. Women want that rough, rugged. They think 50 Cent exists in most people. But guess what? 50 Cent say he don't love his first son. What you gonna do about that?